Notice, in accordance with the COPPA regulations, this episode of Quoth the Raven is intended for ages 16 and up, while some of the content will feature kid-friendly. The context of the episodes will address adults and inform them of said content for them to research as consumers in service of their youth. In other words, parents, grandparents, aunts and uncles, teachers, librarians, etc. There is always the possibility of adult language present on the episode as well, rated TV 16 and up. Welcome once again, ladies and gentlemen, to another episode of Quoth the Raven, Lewis Brett Raven. I'm your host, Lewis Brett Raven, 29-year professional writer, illustrator, editor, studio manager, working in comics, science fiction, fantasy, horror, and role-playing games. And it is Wednesday, March 31st. It's one of our What Did You Get Wednesdays. So hopefully some people bought some stuff and tell me what they got. I got a very small week this week, unfortunately, or fortunately in a way. But before we get into that, there's a couple of questions people have been asking me, so I guess we better address them. First question is from multiple parties. With Marvel now going to Penguin Random House for their distribution, they're not leaving Diamond entirely, but at least not at the immediate moment. They may in the future, but right now, they're switching over to Penguin Random House. What do you think Diamond will do next? And how do you think this will affect the independent comic markets? Diamond has been talking about specializing in back issues. They've got a lot of stock in their warehouses that they haven't sold. So they might shift over to that. They've been talking some other things for a while now. So the thing is, they've kind of made their bed and stabbed the independents in the back for years. And I don't really know if Diamond, Steve Geppe's 71. He retired already once. He came back out of retirement because Diamond was kind of screwed up after he left to try and fix things. Yeah, I think he wants to sell the company. There's a lot of, it's not a very stable situation. But what does that mean for the independent comic scene? Well, my feeling is that even though Penguin Random House may not be immediately interested in carrying all the independent stuff that's out there, now's the time for creators to form their coalition. Now's the time to stop pussyfooting around and start working towards getting an equality status with a group like Penguin Random House, or going and talking to people like Barry Gregory at Indie Planet, Lulu.com, talking to Kevin Clady down in Tipton, Georgia, who he just reacquired his distribution group at the end of the year. Last year, he just got it back in the beginning of the year. So, there are other outlets. The big key is whoever's going to do this has to stop pandering just to comic book specialty stores, because comic book specialty stores really don't focus on independence for the most part. I'm not saying that there aren't stores that are indie friendly. What I'm saying is, if you want to make these books successful and have a margin of profitability, you have to start getting comics back out where normal people are and not just comic specialty stores. Mm-hmm. And that means finding people that are going to get books focused into bookstores and into other outlets. And that's why we need to talk to Penguin Random House, because they've got those outlets already in-house. So that's basically my stance is on that. I'm cautiously optimistic that if the right people really sit down and talk and communicate what is necessary to help the benefit of the whole, it can be done. Whether it goes through Penguin, whether it goes through Indie Planet, whether it goes through um, Kevin Clady, whether it goes through a completely different group, but and then again, we're not dismissing the comic book specialty stores, but they can't be the only sole focus anymore. Because they haven't made the independent comic scene a focus for themselves for the last 20 years for the most part, and I don't see them changing anytime soon. Our next question is, when are my T-shirts coming out? Hopefully, either June or July. That's hopefully. I don't know. I'm talking to a few people, see what's what. Every time I try to talk to them, they want to make the shirts too expensive. They want to make them at $25, $30 a shirt, and I just don't know if people want to spend that much for a T-shirt. I don't know. We'll see. So that's basically our questions this week. If you have questions, email me at quothravenlbr72@gmail.com, subject QTR Q&A. Ask your question and let me know if you want your name and address included in the question when I'm presented in this show. Now, this is a very short week. It's the last day of the month, and it's also a holiday weekend, so I don't think a lot of people schedule books to be shipped this week. But I got a few, and these will be reviewed in full on Monday. First book is Strange Adventures, number 9 from DC, by Tom King and Mitch Gerads and Evan Shaner. This is one of 2 different covers, and this is what the back cover looks like. And I thought this was the better of the 2 covers. There was another one with his wife on the cover, and it was more of the blue instead of the reddish pink colors. We also got Usagi Yojimbo, Wanderer's Road, number 5. This is a different cover. I mean, I was really surprised by this. This is by Peach Momoko as a cover. Really kind of surprised they did the logo over here this way, making it more like like this in a way. But it's interesting. So I'll think about that and why they did it that way when I review it. Our next book is Shadecraft number 1 from Image Comics. And that is Joe Henderson and Lee Garbett. And lastly, we got Giga number 3 from Vault Comics. And doesn't say who the creators are on that off the top of my head. So, it does. It's all in the last names in the corner now. Alex Packnadel, John Lee, and Roche are the interior artists, with a cover by David Gorham, or Adam Gorham, pardon me. And that is all I got so far this week. So if anybody's watching and you got comics today, let me know what you bought. I also did get a PDF file from give me a second. I have to go look it up real quick. Kurt Erickson. That's who sent it to me, Kurt Erickson. And it's a fanzine called Endeavor. And this is the first issue that they've done since 1977. So here we are, all these years later, they're finally bringing out the newest edition of Endeavor. He's got some really cool contributors, including Richard Bruning and Lance Doc Boucher and Sam De La Rosa, the professional inker, quite a few others as well. So I get a chance to read that and review that on Monday as well. And Mark Anderson says, I didn't buy anything. Humbug. Well, I think part of the reason you don't buy comics is because of that puppy dog you got. You're afraid he'll chew them all up. I keep hearing my little monster. Come here. You want to say hello to everybody? Come here. There he is. There's the little monster. He says hello to everyone. He wants attention. Wants to lay in my lap, as always. And it's getting a little bit dark because it's raining down here in Carolina. Starting to get pretty bad weather. But so what we got left for this week? Well, it's Good Friday and Easter Sunday this weekend. So my normal co-host, John Norris, will not be with me on Friday. Tomorrow, we're waiting to hear back from 2 different people, maybe 3 different people, to see if they're going to be available. Yeah. Hey, look who says hello to you. Hey, Mark says hello to you. Yeah, he did. You're going to turn your back on everybody so nobody can see you. And it's my gray shirt, black cat on gray. You can't see him. I'm hiding. What's the matter, boy? What's the matter? He wants dinner is what he wants, but it's too early. Come on. Silly cat. But, yeah. So I'm waiting to hear back on the guests tomorrow, but if I don't have guests tomorrow, then what I will do is I will do a night of basically discussing different books on crowdfunding, what's available out there for you guys to check out. And then on Friday, for Good Friday, I'm going to try and do some cool Easter movies or something like that. And we'll see what we can do there. Okay? So that's what we got going on tomorrow and Friday. Saturday, I will be finishing up the inks on the Michael Pennock Recovery Incorporated piece, and probably starting the inks on a Batman Predator piece by Peter Vale. And hopefully on Sunday I'll finish the inks for the Batman Predator. So lots of work to get done. So that's pretty much the week. Moving forward. So the best thing you guys can do is get back to me and let me know if you have questions, or email me at the address that I mentioned earlier. And I'm trying to get this silly computer to do what it wants to do. It doesn't want to do what I want it to do. Always. There we go. So if you want to reach me at lewis.brightraven on Facebook, at Twitter at lewisbrightrave2, deviantart.com/brightraven, at YouTube at Quoth Raven, Lewis Bright Raven. Again, the email is quothravenlbr72@gmail.com. And if you can't reach me at that address, try lewisbrightraven at yahoo.com. Again, on our Mondays is our usually comics, news, and reviews. I'll review all the books that you saw me just talk about on Monday and that fanzine as well. Wednesday will be what did you get this week. I'll let you know what I got. Thursdays will be our roundtable talk with guests and topical discussions. And Friday is our genre night. And again, tomorrow, I'll either have some guests or I won't. It depends. I'm not really expecting anybody because it is the holiday, and I expect people to be spending more time with their family this weekend. But we'll see. Again, this Friday I will do something Easter film type oriented or religious film oriented, I guess. Again, our live draws on Saturdays and Sundays. This weekend will be me finishing inks on Michael Pennock's Recovery Incorporated and starting inks on Peter Vale, Batman versus the Predator. So I'll see you guys next time. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you again soon.